All right, so this is the second episode with a bang. That's what the was. /shout. I am Dylan.
Dylan. I am Mike. Tommy.
Welcome, everyone. This is your friendly, everyday podcast. Like Peter Parker, we just help out anyone. That's not what we do at all. That's not
Pretty
what we
sure
do at
Peter Parker, Spider-Man helps. Peter Parker's a dick.
all. He takes pictures of Spider-Man so people know he's helping. Otherwise, no one would even know. Except for the people who are helped.
I think he's just in it for the money.
Yeah.
He sells pictures. He sells pictures of himself. Spider-Man or Peter Parker is a.
Wouldn't you?
I know,
I would
I-
do the same shit though.
Yeah, I would too. I can't blame him.
Peter Parker is a bitch though.
Let's just face it. If any one of us had superpowers, Hero would be like the last thing on our list.
Yeah, probably.
Peter Parker is so like, just like anxious. Like, how is he a fucking superhero? Because you know Clark Kent is still like successful reporter.
What
and,
is
like whatever?
What is Peter Parker? He's a reporter.
Is he a reporter?
He's a video reporter. He takes photographs.
But he like sells the pictures to like.
He's a freelance
Yeah,
photographer
he's a
for
freelance
the.
photographer.
Yeah, but he always gets,
is he
like,
always?
fucked.
He's always trying to get a full-time job there, but
I
that
know.
guy's a fucking asshole.
And he can't.
Jane Jonas.
We were talking about this. Do you know that Spider-Man and Batman are the same character?
How? What do you mean?
It's actually pretty
Okay.
solid.
Both parents killed in mysterious ways. Both raised by older uncle or butler.
Yeah.
Right? What is Green Goblin is Spider-Man's #1 villain, and what is his colors?
Green.
And purple.
Yeah.
And Joker is Batman's #1 villain, and what are his colors?
Green and purple.
Green and purple. And what are they both based on? Chaos. They only like to cause chaos. They have no real plan, just chaos.
That's very true, actually. The only thing is that Spider-Man has
Superpowers.
superpowers, and Batman's just like, I got lots of money.
I was telling people this, and Mike doesn't. No one. I've told a lot of people this since our conversation, and no one believes me. But Green Arrow, in a purely not knowing it was going to happen, fist fight against Batman would win, and no one believes me.
Why? Why you say that?
Look, they're both trained by Ra's al Ghul. Green Arrow was trained also by Deathstroke and by Malcolm Merlyn, the Dark Archer, which you haven't seen yet, but he does get trained by him. Sorry, spoilers for season 3 of Arrow for you. But like,
Spoiler alert.
and he was written by Kevin Smith. There's an entire series called Quiver of the Green Arrow written by Kevin Smith. So he's automated. Now, if they were fighting each other, like, and they knew they were fighting, Batman would fuck his world up. Because Batman is the #1 like tactician in the DC universe.
Because Batman would
Green
be like,
Arrow-
what's his weakness, and exploit it.
Green Arrow is #2, so I do believe it'd be a fair fight. And they're both billionaires.
Batman got the better gadgets, he'll win.
Batman's
Have you not
just
seen
cool.
some of the Green Arrow arrows?
I've seen some other arrows.
A lot of times Batman has to like touch people with his shit. Stephen Amell can get him from like a mile away, like
He got
sniper
he got homing battering rings.
explosive arrows.
Explosive battering rings.
Yeah, all he has is battering rings.
So explain to me why you guys are actually renegades. Before the podcast, you're like, oh, we're renegades, by the
We're not
way.
renegades.
Vigilante.
We're gonna become
Vigilantes.
vigilantes. We've decided to like start working out and like follow the program to get the Stephen Amell, who's Green Arrow on the TV show, body.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna fight, non-stop each other until we're awesome.
Gonna
And then we're gonna go fight crime.
Yep.
There's no crime around here.
We're gonna go somewhere where there is. St. Louis
will
is not
find
that
it.
far.
Are you going to fight, like, suburban crime? It's like, hey, you jaywalking piece of shit. Fist to the face. Like, goddamn, I'm 10 years old.
Arrow to the knee.
Jaywalking.
Shouldn't jaywalker take an arrow to the knee?
Yes.
Oh. The first season of Green Arrow is amazing because it's not
I've
like
seen it. I've seen it.
the
Actually.
first season.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we're good.
He just kills so many people.
Oh, it's great. I love that shit. I love when superheroes kill people.
Oh, yeah, why
it's
is
not
that?
that I'm like,
Who's your
like
favorite
murder,
superhero?
but The Punisher.
I know.
Nice.
It's like, the Punisher's just like, you're evil. Load my gun, shoot you in the fucking face, and you're done. Like, Batman's like, I'm gonna tie him up and leave him at the fucking station. Or like, Spider-Man's like, I'm gonna fucking put him in webs, and the cops can come. And the cops that make $25,000 a year come and pick him up, and he fucking escapes. Because he has like 3 times their intellect. Like, no guys, I'm gonna kill him, and then he's gonna never come back. Which is bad for writing comic books. But
Speaking of which, that's actually my second favorite What If comic. What if the Punisher killed Spider-Man?
I would love to read that.
It's good.
See,
The
here's-
first one is what if the Hulk killed Wolverine?
Yeah,
Which
there's
he could do, probably.
there's
He's the only one that
animated
could do that.
there's an animated Hulk versus Wolverine. Or no, it's Hulk versus Thor. Why
There
did I
is
say-
a Hulk versus Thor.
There's a Hulk versus like everyone
Yeah,
powerful.
it's true.
But no, that's see, I had something.
The Hulk versus Wolverine.
No, you were in Civil War,
Yeah.
which is the movie coming out, which is not going to be anywhere near the comic.
Well, I remember
because-
you read that shit like years ago.
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorite superhero things, and a lot of people don't like it, but I love it. One, the scale in the movie is going to be way condensed. We're talking like hundreds
Oh,
of
sure.
superheroes versus superheroes in the comic, obviously. And Goliath dies, which I think, if I had to pick, I think War Machine's going to die in Civil War. I think. And they show a trailer of him getting hurt, but like everyone's probably just going to be like, oh, that's nothing. But I think he's actually going to get killed.
A lot of people have
Because
actually thought that.
Goliath gets killed by clone Thor in Civil War. Because like Thor is dead at this point in the Marvel universe, and they have his DNA and they clone him, and he's fucking batshit insane, and he just starts murdering people. So he just like blows a hole through Goliath, which he dies when he's giant, so he doesn't shrink back down. So now they just have this giant dead body. But I'm getting off track.
What do you do with a corpse 50 feet tall?
That's like the whale that was beached and they blew it up, and then there was like chunks of whale falling on everybody.
Fuck it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Which
Corpse
also,
taken care of.
also, I think Marvel's doing something that DC didn't, and they're not showing a big spoiler. And that's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is going to be in Civil War. I
Yes, he is.
guarantee it.
Oh, yeah,
And
he's
they're
already
not
confirmed.
I know, but they're not showing it in any of the trailers. So anybody who doesn't actually look into the stuff is never going to know. Which is what they should have done with Batman vs Superman. They should have never showed Doomsday. They should have left that shit secret, and we could have all enjoyed it.
I agree.
Like, wait, what? What is that? Why are you? Oh! You know, we enjoy it.
It's a
I would
fine
done that.
line. It's a fine line though, because you want people to like see it and get hyped for it, but then you also don't want to give everything away.
Yeah.
So like, I hate going to see movies where I'm like, this movie looks fucking great in the trailer or whatever, and you go in and there's nothing to it except for the fucking moments in the trailer.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, great.
That's why I like. There's some movies that a lot of stuff that's in the trailer isn't even in the movie now.
Yeah.
I
Which
do
I
like
like.
those.
I like as long as the movie's good. But
Have you guys seen the trailer for Hardcore Henry?
no,
Hardcore Henry. I never even heard
You know
of
what I'm
that.
talking about? No. I saw it. It was on YouTube yesterday, and it's a movie about, as far as I can tell, it's a movie about like a guy that was killed, and then he was like, his consciousness was put in like a cyborg, and it's all in first person view.
Really?
So like when you see it, it's like you're looking through his eyes, and you see him like fucking people up, and like whatever. I think there's like a sex scene where it's like a point of view, like.
I hope
I've seen quite a few of those. I've seen it.
But this is a feature film.
I hope they do good.
Not on goddamn porn or something.
I really hope they do good with that because I've always wanted to see a movie like that ever since fucking like
Yeah.
Doom when they did that first
I mean,
person.
it's on.
scene.
Yeah, it's on
I love
YouTube.
that.
You guys should definitely check it out.
See how
Hardcore
easy it is
Henry.
to tell if we're recording on my phone?
Yeah, I know. Look at that.
No, I kind of. But your dude Punisher, I totally like spun off topic with that.
Like normal.
But no, absolutely, I'm not the same person. Anyway,
My dude.
so Spider-Man is bouncing back and forth between which side he sides with this guy and with Iron Man, and then he sides with Cap. He's
Civil War.
yeah, and then fucking Iron Man builds him the most sexy Spider-Man suit I've ever seen.
I've
It's
seen
gold
that.
and red, and he
Yeah.
has fucking 8. He has like
Oh, yeah, the
2
armor
additional.
suit.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous. And that there's a drawing on one of the covers, which I bought the whole thing, so I didn't get to see that. But it's Spider-Man in that suit, and his bottom metal legs are like pinched against Cap's shield. And there's just like webs everywhere, and he's just like up in the air looking down at the shield. It's gorgeous, but he's getting his ass kicked by the Hobgoblin and one of his other villains,
Killer
maybe
Croc.
Vulture, shitty ass
Killer
Vulture.
Croc Batman. Or
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Killer Croc is Batman.
So
He's part of the Suicide Squad.
Oh.
Punisher comes in, fucking murders him, saves Spider-Man, and they go back to Cap. They go back to
Which side is the Punisher on?
Captain America because he idolizes Captain America.
Captain America is against the government.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want people to have to reveal who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the most American thing he can do. So he's not for the government. He's for America,
Yeah.
people. But so he takes him back to Cap, and Spider-Man was like, "I'm going to join you. Fuck Iron Man. Blah 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 blah." And So then two villains come in and they're like, "Hey, this shit is crazy. Let us help you, Cap." And Punisher's like, "Fuck off," and he shoots both of them and just murders them.
Yes.
And then Captain America beats the shit out of him, like holds him on the ground and just beats him. He's like, "That's not how we do things." And the whole like Punisher's just like fucking bloody, beat up, and they leave. And he's like, "It's my hero. It's my hero," because he like idolizes Captain America because like it's like since he was like a kid type thing.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's like how the Punisher is just so like real. Like represents like if shit was going that crazy, you know, I think that's how you would kind of be. You just be like, I'm just fucking. If you're in my way, I'm gonna kill you. Like
He's definitely one
He
of the
has
most
no-
humanized.
yeah, he has no like. He's not like I'm gonna treat everyone such and such, and he's like unfair. He's very flawed. He's very like.
Oh, yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
kind of like a bad dude. Actually,
Yep.
he just happens to kill bad guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's really bad at first, and then got a little bit better towards the end. But
will you do me a favor?
maybe
Where's your phone?
in my pocket.
Text my wife and let her know that we're
Oh.
fucking doing this so she doesn't call my phone and ruin everything. Sorry, guys. Sorry to ruin the illusion that we're perfect.
Yeah.
If you haven't already known that we are, so I mean.
So back to Punisher. Which one was your favorite out of the movies?
The movies.
Yep.
The not what I don't remember.
The one
which
with John Travolta as the villain or not John Travolta as the villain?
I think Warzone. I think was the one. That
Warzone is not as good a quality film.
I like the one
but
where
the
he just murders the
Punisher
shit out of
is
everybody.
awesome in it.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Like, obviously the other one has like John Travolta and a lot of money behind it. The other one was like a backdoor, like
Yeah.
back alley film that just came out. But it has the dude from one of those, if you remember Rome, the guy who plays Punisher, those two like soldiers in Rome that are always like together and shit always happens to them. The heavier one, that's who plays the Punisher in that Warzone film.
Really.
Yeah.
As much as I like the Punisher, I like him in like, you know, I like what it's about, and I think I can relate to him the most. But I haven't read a lot of Punisher shit or like,
Right.
You know what I mean, stuff like that. But I'm not really super into superheroes to begin with. I like more like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and stuff like that. But
Right.
you know,
Hey, I'm a DC boy.
I mean-
Mike's a Marvel kid. I'm a DC guy.
I just didn't read much DC versus Marvel. I read a lot.
With the exception of Batman.
exception of Batman, of course.
yeah, you guys always love Batman.
Yeah, I've always loved Batman, but like,
It's just-
I never got into Superman, like at
Marvel
all.
is just. I will say the coolest thing in my opinion of Marvel is the fucking X-Men, the mutants. I love that.
Yeah, X-Men.
That stuff is really cool, and it makes sense that there's a shit ton of people with powers. DC is just like very basic, very dark. They're not afraid to fucking murder everyone.
No.
I think the only person. Well, no, that's not true. Nowadays they've murdered a lot of people off, and they've done a lot of things. But like in the early era, like Spider-Man was the guy who got fucked the most with people getting murdered. Pick a girlfriend, Peter Parker. Pick one. I'm gonna murder the other one. Like, come on, man. What the fuck?
I think some of my favorite DC comics would have to be Spawn, and
No shit. Mike likes Spawn. Who would have thought?
Yeah, Spawn's the shit. I like Spawn.
Spawn and Max. Which actually Max might be Dark Horse, but could be wrong there.
Right. Yeah. No. It's
Dude, I remember watching the Spawn movie, and the whatever John Leguizamo's clown. That was
He's
pretty
just
cool, man.
awesome as the Violetta.
The Violator. Yeah, that's right. He's cool.
I'm okay. I'm not gonna say I don't like Spawn. I just think it's really fucking ridiculous.
It is.
It's batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's an acid film if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. I just really
Now
like the
the
comics.
comics were much better.
Yeah, the comics
The
were-
movie they just went for complete grunge.
Yeah. I think the best thing that looked in that entire thing was his cape. I love the way they did his cape. It was just like the comics. Fantastic job there.
Yeah, Spawn's cool, man. I had a couple of Spawn comics that my dad bought me when I was a kid, and I just like read them over and over again. It was pretty cool. Like the artwork, like Todd McFarlane or whatever.
Yeah.
I really liked the artwork.
The artwork is what really got me into the comic.
I can't remember what it's called now. There's a comic series and it's not one of the major labels.
Is Spawn DC,
I just,
or is it like an independent?
Spawn
thing?
is actually owned by DC, but I think
I
it was
believe
actually
it was independent and DC picked it up.
Yeah, I think picked up because I think it was actually Dark Horse as well. Was the
Because like,
original
because
people
DC
that
like
put it out.
Marvel stuff
But I think Dark Horse stuff
is
like-
clearly Marvel. Like
Yeah,
clearly DC has like Constantine and Spawn
Yeah.
and like all kinds of weird shit that is like, oh wait, that's DC. Oh
Dude,
shit.
Constantine and Spawn fucking join forces. Wouldn't that be super cool?
It's like completely not possible.
That's a complete
Constantine
clash of
destroys
interests.
demons.
I know. That's what.
Well, not really, because Spawn's trying to destroy the demons that
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
they could possibly work.
So he like enlists
Dude,
his
have you
help.
What about a Spawn versus Constantine comic?
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
In the Constantine show that got canceled real fucking fast, Constantine sells his soul.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking great. He's like dying, and he's like, "Nope, yeah, come on in, boys." And then he like fucking snuffs out the demon inside himself at one point. Like, but it's like, oh, he's dying, and he just sold his soul to the devil. Great. What the fuck, Constantine? It was a good show, man. I'm really sad it got
I actually
canceled.
really like that movie
Oh, the
with
movie-
Keanu Reeves and it was a
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf too, right?
Yeah.
That was his sidekick guy. But remember, he's like dying, and he's like, all right. Because he's getting ready to go to heaven, and the devil's like, nope. And like pulls his tumors out. It's like, you're going to live because I know you're going to fuck up.
Yep. Pulls cancer out of his chest. You can't have him. He's mine.
Now, everyone here at the table, and now you guys will know, I fucking hate Keanu Reeves.
Dude, Keanu Reeves has had a lot of bad shit happen to him.
Yeah, yeah.
If you ever look
Good.
at it, like, look it up.
He deserves it.
No.
No, like
He's had some really,
families
like,
died,
yeah.
girlfriends died, freaking.
It's pretty crazy.
I've
man.
had 3
Anybody
uncles die
that
in the last
loves him
month and a
dies.
half. Bring it, Keanu. Let's see what you got, bro.
That's crazy, dude.
Which
Well,
I
that
really.
was a baby of 13.
what was the name of that?
He does. I mean, he did definitely, like, as far as acting goes, he definitely did, like, up until, recently, he's very much like, dude, what, he wasn't, like, very good, I would say.
I will say,
Actually, are they still making that? Last time I heard, they actually greenlit a new Bill and Ted's.
Did they?
Yeah, and they're actually all coming back for it.
I don't know. That's pretty
Well, I'm not
crazy.
surprised the other guy's coming back. The fuck has he done since Bill and Ted?
True.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like if you're in that position, they call you like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do whatever,
Yeah. I'll take some money to play freaking Bill again. But what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
You guys got me off track again.
You see how awesome?
Kamikaze torpedo.
You see how awesome? Yeah, Japanese World War II. Their torpedoes were piloted,
Yep.
so a guy got in them and drove the bitch around when you shot it, and then
Like in the water?
yeah, and drove it into a boat and blew them up. It was
It's a
kamikaze.
kamikaze torpedo. They drive it into
Oh
other
my
boats.
god, man.
We were watching Arrow, and they talked about that, and like a guy had to get in and do it. Mike's like, "Is that a real thing?" And we looked it up. Like, sure enough, kamikaze missile.
Kamikaze.
Dude, those people were fierce, man.
honor. Big-
During that time,
That's why it
people
took-
were just like
That's
we're
why it
on
took
the-
not one, but 2 nuclear fucking weapons to end that.
Yeah, those people were
That shit would have went on for years.
were extremely devoted, man, like warriors.
Oh yeah, man. It's hard to find that kind of like. Ugh. You want to get trapped on a desert island with me? Not a desert island. Fuck that.
Yeah, no,
like a tropical island.
tropical I'll do, but
You want to come? Just hang out. We'll get fucking buff. We'll fucking kill shit in the woods.
Are you
We'll
talking
eat it.
about this vigilante thing?
Yeah.
Jen? So we're gonna get trap ourselves out there and get buff for a year, and then come back to society.
5 years,
5 years.
Yeah.
You got shit to do.
I got shit to do.
dude. You're gonna come back like, raw. We have scars all over our bodies. People are gonna be like, that guy. Don't fuck with him.
Sure, I'll come back and look.
He's lying. He's
look
not
like
coming.
Hulk.
He's not coming. He'll bitch out.
Oh, anyways, I was telling you a story before the podcast when I went to the bar yesterday at like noon, and I was trying to write like little stand-up bits and stuff. And so like when I was writing in my notebook, I had a little buzz on. It was good. I felt like it loosened me up a little bit.
Yeah, nothing like getting drunk at noon.
I was like sitting
It's
there.
always noon somewhere.
It's like, man, I got it. What?
It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, Mike.
It's always noon somewhere.
Shut up.
I mean, he's right.
Yeah, he's
right.
not wrong. He just barely doesn't know what the drinking hour is supposed to be. So
So I'm sitting there.
I meant to say it's past noon somewhere.
It was past noon. 6:12.
You're good then.
So I'm sitting there drinking vodka and cranberry. It's my new thing.
yeah, it's a great breakfast drink.
It's fruit, so it's healthy.
oh yeah.
And vodka has no calories.
So it's not true. It has the least of all of them, but
No, I'm pretty sure vodka has no calories.
no, I think every shot of vodka is like 70 calories. I'm pretty sure.
No, I thought
I
vodka.
thought most clear
vodka-
liquors
I thought
were like
vodka-
calorie free.
Yeah, I thought vodka and Diet Coke had 0 calories.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Well, maybe it was legal. But either way. So I'm sitting
That
there.
cranberry juice has a fuck ton though.
Sitting there drinking or whatever, and I'm like, right now, I was like, ooh, I got this story, you know. I can tell this if I ever decide to
Lay it
do
on
stand
me.
up. The story? Well, let me tell you what happened to me first.
Okay, sorry.
So I'm sitting there writing in the notebook, and I'm like, man, I'm kind of out of ideas. I wrote like 3 or 4 things down. And
That's,
then
that's a good sign. It's a good sign for a comic.
I checked my phone, and I sold some stuff online. So, like, the buyer, I contacted him. I was like, hey, if you like your product, can you please give me feedback on it? And, like, give me a positive review or whatever. So that way, you know, just like if you sell stuff on eBay, you want people to leave you positive feedback and stuff.
Right.
So she sent me back an email, and she's like,
Nope, I was wrong.
she's like, hi, Thomas. Yeah, thank you for contacting me about the product, but as a representative of U.S. and local government, I am unable to endorse any product or company in any fashion. I did receive the product, and I did like it. Do not use this in any publication or media, online or printed, in any way.
Damn.
Thank you. And then her name, and then underneath of it, it said, in Christ all things are possible. And I was like, you can't endorse my product, but you can send an email out endorsing your religion?
Yeah.
As a
absolutely.
representative of the U.S. government? You know what I mean? Like, this product, I can't say one way or the other, but here's my religion in my official email signature from my government.
That is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
There's no such thing as separation of church and state, Tommy. God, what are you fucking stupid?
I just thought, obviously, and then that happened to me when I was writing bits, and I was like, this is good, right?
Yeah, no, it's a good bit.
Like, if you can, obviously, that was a little long-winded, but if I can kind of bring that down to where it's like a clear punchline or whatever, so I can get across, like, you can't, as a representative of the U.S. government, can't endorse my product, but you can tell me all about your religion, which I have no problem with.
Yeah.
I have no problem with, you know, you being a Christian, but it's just fucking ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
Because it wasn't like, I'm sorry, I can't. It was like, do not use this in any publication, online or printed or blah, 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 blah. Go with Christ, bro. Like, thing, like,
That was
all right.
good. That's good too because it touches on several points too while still being funny.
Yeah, and that happened to me as I was writing, and I was like, this lady's great. Like, I'm going to put this in here. So that way, you know.
You should, if you ever become like a famous comic,
Yeah.
Can't use her name. Show the endorsement.
and you don't,
I can't, yeah. Actually, I wouldn't be able to use that email in any printed media because she told me not to.
Yep.
Right?
Technically.
I don't know.
you should, if you ever don't need to sell shit anymore,
Yeah.
if you get to that point, just put it in there. Just use it and send an email to her so you get more material of her going just ape shit.
Yeah.
And
Then
then
saying put it in like.
and put at the bottom of your thing that you send her, go with Christ, bro.
I just thought that was funny. It's like, all right.
That is really good.
It is. It's good.
Representative of the U.S. government, I can't endorse a product, but I can endorse religion.
It's only been 23 minutes and it feels like 12 hours.
Yeah.
I know.
And just for the record, I gotta correct myself. Vodka does have calories.
How many?
96.
Yeah, good. Because the
96.
I know. Last time I did.
last podcast,
Carbs.
you lied about a lot of shit and you made us look stupid as fuck.
It's carbs. They have 0 carbs. in
Glenn
vodka.
from Walking Dead was in Indiana Jones.
So vodka and Diet Coke had 0 carbs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I do remember that actually. It was like a Bacardi commercial.
Yep.
Clear.
And it was like, yeah, 0 whatever. It's like, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's right. Clear alcohols don't have carbs, not calories.
Yeah. There's actually 96 per 1.25 fluid ounce.
I've been logging all my shit.
I take 7-ounce shots, so I'm.
God,
96 per. How many is in a bottle? That's what I have. Just bring me the bottle.
So-
Get bottle service at the bar. Give me the bottle.
Give me the bottle.
So
Like, anybody be joining you today? Nope. Don't call.
yeah, I don't know why this made me think about
Leave
it.
the bottle.
Back, Mike was there. You were not. We used to. Me and a buddy of mine used to shoot music videos for like local bands.
Yes.
And we did one for this band called Modern Red. I don't think they're together anymore, and if they are, whoo, get it, boys. Check them out, find them. I don't know. And we got to use this big fucking conference table. I'm talking like it was like as long as my living room, if not bigger. And it was made of fucking marble, and it was gorgeous.
Nice.
It was.
And we shot this music video, and we did most of it before the band got there because we didn't need the band except for certain parts. Because we had this office building, we had all these people working at desk, and they were like sitting on top of like the cubicles and desk, just playing. And then we'd cut to the conference room. where they weren't at first until the end. But everyone, it was like all about, the whole video was about like things that go on in your mind. And so like I'm sitting there like tapping a pencil.
I remember this.
And Mike's like sitting there looking at me like, what the fuck? Stop tapping that gun. And he just fucking destroys me. And it flashes back to both of us just sitting there.
He was like, you were using it as like you were tapping a pencil like in a meeting in like a business atmosphere,
Right.
And then Mike was like getting annoyed with you,
Right, and in his mind, he wanted to kick the shit out of me. So
Yeah.
that happens, but then it flashes back to us just sitting there normally and me still tapping the pencil.
So it's just like his fantasy of kicking the shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and like there was like a guy and a girl who like just jump and start making out and roll around on the table. And like everyone did pretty good that day. Because none of us are like professionals at this shit. And like we were just.
That one did turn out
like,
real good.
Like when the two were making out, rolling across the table, everyone just kept their eyes forward the whole time. But the whole point of this was the alcohol. This dude that we had, his fantasy was just to get plastered. So we had a bottle of Jack, but we removed the label and we put a Jack-like label on it, so no copyright problems or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And he would just,
It was real.
and he was just pounding it. Like, dude, you don't have to actually drink it. He's like, I got this, dude. And he had like, and like that was at first. Like he pulled out like a flask and was taking a drink of it, and it had the actual alcohol. And like, what are you doing?
Dude, drink iced tea, bro.
Right. So.
Yeah.
So then the final shot of this video was this giant pan down the table, and then when we get to the other end, the band's there playing. But while it's panning, it's all the fantasies at one time. Mm-hmm. So Mike's just beating the crap out of me.
And other people are making out.
And this dude has a bottle of Jack, and he just has it tilted up. And
the
he's
whole
going for the whole pan shot. And like we get to the, like, and the band never saw any of this until they finally came into the final shot. And like, all right, go ahead, start pretending to play. And we started the pan shot, and they're just sitting there like looking at the table like, what is going on?
Oh, so the band didn't know.
No, we had
clue.
shot a couple videos for him before, and they trusted us. And like, hey, here's the song, and we listened to it, and he's like, and me and David came up with the idea, and we're like, all right, and they gave us full creative range to create the music video.
That's cool.
Which was cool. It was nice. But yeah, that dude was
I'm
wasted.
sure he was. I'm sure he was.
And
hammered.
then Kyle got destroyed. Remember that thing fell on him and like split his head open.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
You guys are fucking music videos you shoot are crazy, dude.
It was.
Like, yeah, this dude was drunk, so got his head split open by a bookcase. These people are making out on the tables.
It was a lot of
Killed
fun.
Dylan.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll shoot a music video with
Mike-
you guys any fucking time, man.
I told Mike to go as real as real. I told him to hit me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he did his best to pull his punches, but he got me a couple of
He
times.
did connect a couple of
Oh
times.
yeah.
I've never fake thrown a punch before.
No, I wanted you to hit
Yeah,
me.
no.
I wanted it to look
Yeah.
real and
Yeah.
good. Like I'm really into film and art and all that kinds of stuff, and like I want it to be as real as possible. Like if we ever shoot like a short
Okay.
film,
I'll take
and
a
someone
punch
needs to
for
get
film.
hit me. I'm gonna survive. I'll be fine if my heart doesn't explode, but I'll be fine.
When you said that, I just like totally in my head, just picturing Heath Ledger in the middle of the street, just looking where he's like, "Hit me!" and the car's coming at him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
That's Dylan.
Except Tommy. Don't let Tommy hit me. I'm pretty sure he could fucking crush my skull.
That's not true.
I'm saying if you got like into it, and you're like, nah.
I think you'll be fine. I don't
I
really
think
have
you'll be
experience in ass kicking. Although, do you remember whenever we were like 13, we were jumping on the trampoline, and I
Scissor kick?
accidentally scissor kicked him in the face.
You took my ass out.
Did you like off the trampoline?
Yeah. I just.
And there was nothing but there was like trees almost to like the edge of your trampoline. Like
talking
you're
about the
lucky.
45-degree
Yes.
angle trampoline
Yeah, it's where like you
against
slip.
a tree.
If you slip, you're going skiing through the forest.
I've wrecked myself on that tree a couple of times on accident.
That night that we got plastered at your house,
God.
and I ran outside. You're like, no one go outside, which you never should have said because I am an asshole drunk. I ran outside and I ran and I jumped and I slid on the trampoline and like I almost went off, but my feet caught that back bar. And I just laid there, and you guys all came out, and I watched you all run around the house, and I was like,
And then you took off down the street and puked
Yep.
across the entire street.
yeah, I stained the concrete.
Allegedly.
Alleged.
Yeah, it never actually.
Allegedly. This allegedly happened when we were 16.
Remember when I
Was it
swan?
you that fell over in the thorn bush, or who fell
Yeah.
over in the?
I swan dived into concrete. I ran, and I just jumped into the air and went vertical, or went horizontal, and then slammed the ground. Like, oh, I'm coming, Jesus.
I'm coming, Jesus. Nope.
And then Mike ran to me and was like, "Are you okay?" And I just
Jesus,
jumped up
don't
and ran
launch.
away. I did.
Nope.
I ran around that entire cul-de-sac.
You
Is that what it's called, a cul-de-sac?
No, because the cul-de-sac's at the end of the street. It's
Well,
a little
like
thing.
the street ended, but it went both ways around. So it's a circle.
Yeah,
Just a loop.
circle street.
It's a circle.
Yeah.
What's it called? What was the street called?
Don't say it.
Woodchuck?
There's like
much work in a
9,000.
woodchuck?
I guarantee you, there's like 9,000 woodchuck streets.
Yeah, that's true.
Much as woodchuck could if woodchuck could chuck wood.
Well, gentlemen, it's 30 minutes in, and this is the halfway point. So if you're enjoying it, the next hour is going to be horrible because we're just going to talk about the process of fermenting cheese.
Go ahead and start it off, man. I don't know
Okay.
shit about fermenting cheese.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Can you even ferment cheese? Or is that a wine thing?
I think
it's like an
I
alcohol
I think
liquid
you
thing.
can actually ferment cheese.
I bet if
You have to, like,
you could probably ferment anything if you leave it there for a while.
Do you have to like liquefy the cheese to ferment it? Like a big old batch of nacho cheese?
Yeah, you would have
When you like
to.
add yeast, is that how you ferment things? I have no idea. I have
Yes.
no idea.
Guys, hold on.
I asked before we started. You should have opened it and left it? No, I'm just kidding.
Dylan asked before he started. He said, everybody got their fucking cans and shit open, so we don't have to open them in the middle of the podcast.
It's all right.
I'm like, yeah, let me grab my drink. And I just like didn't
Never
open it.
It's all right. I think I've slapped the table. After I told Mike not to slap the table, I've done it a couple times.
Yeah,
but I tried to do it.
karate
I tried to
chopping
do it not when I was like explaining things, but like to make a. Like,
Yeah.
It's like boom, yeah, like yeah,
Sound effect.
exactly. Damn it, Mike. God.
So what are you guys? You guys are gonna go see Deadpool tomorrow?
Yes, I'm not.
I'm gonna see Deadpool twice tomorrow.
Where
I
are you
want
going?
to.
What?
I was getting up to go to the bathroom.
Oh, let me get some Kool-Aid. And,
I tried to get up from the table. And I was like, "You guys gonna see Deadpool tomorrow?"
They
And
left
so you
me
guys
to
can
do my
talk about-
rant.
What'd you say?
Y'all left to leave me to rant.
Just Mike. All right, so
Go, Mike.
just like pick it up and start whispering into it. Like, I hate these motherfuckers.
Why am I doing this? I don't understand. Shut up.
All in the room. All right, Tommy, go piss.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. There's not really a whole lot to say. I'm going to see Deadpool. What a horrible opening line to leave us with.
Yeah, no.
Jesus.
Say Deadpool. That's it. We talk about all the superheroes. Just Deadpool. That's enough said.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good, though.
I'm really looking forward to it.
See it twice by choice. Someone had a free ticket. Why would I not to go?
There you go.
I can't. It's my wife's friend, and I'm kind of friends with her husband and her now. And she works with me. So she's like, hey, husband's got an extra ticket, and they're going in the morning. You know, if you want to go. I guess.
I guess.
And then I'm going
Can't say
tomorrow
no.
night with some friends. So,
Yeah, can't say no to that.
so
Hopefully it's good, or else the second time you're going to be like,
all right. So Bruce Willis versus Van Damme.
Van Damme?
Think so?
Yeah.
John McClane.
Van Damme.
That dude is hard as
Van Damme.
current age.
Van Damme.
Damn.
What are you talking about?
Bruce Willis versus Van Damme.
Bruce Willis versus Van Damme.
Like in their prime. He's like,
Van
Van
Damme
Damme.
actually knows stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You don't know that Bruce doesn't.
Yeah,
He just doesn't showboat, all right?
that's true.
Once I see Bruce Willis jump up and do the splits midair and catch himself,
And I was like current age, and he's like Van Damme. Like, damn it. All right.
Dude, yesterday I was going. They installed a roundabout in our town, like where I live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was-
Next to the highway.
Yeah, and I was going around it, and I was like just merging like into this other lane so I can get off. And this guy just like didn't stop, like just came in my lane, almost hit me. So I put a Facebook post up. It's like, you know, people, you guys, I love you, but you guys are like idiots sometimes. You guys need to figure out how to drive on this roundabout so that way I don't end up.
Wait,
in the
you're on
hospital.
Facebook?
Yeah,
Why aren't we friends?
we are.
I'm just kidding.
I'm sure.
do you have a Facebook?
I haven't been on my Facebook in 4 years.
But I was like, you guys are
Gave that
idiots.
shit up.
You guys need to learn how to drive around the roundabout, you know, whatever.
I
And so,
hate
like,
those
there was
things.
other people who were like, yeah, you know, I totally agree with what you're saying. And then there was one person that was like, it's super confusing.
What?
That I knew, and I was like,
Well,
it's not confusing.
It's a little confusing because it's a multi-laned roundabout with weird on and offs. It is the weirdest roundabout I've seen, but it took me like twice to figure it out, and I was like, okay, this makes sense now.
It's been in for like
I've
6
seen
months.
worse.
Oh, I'm sure. We don't even. I hate roundabouts.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, let me scratch it. The one over by the ice arena, I like that one. It's nice. I'm like, brown! And it's like fucking kicking around that corner. It's fun. But yours is a little fucking weird. But fucking come on, it's not
Yeah,
that
but it's
hard.
like, guys, come on, seriously, this is dangerous as fuck.
Oh, I assume you like. Have you seen all those posts where there's? I don't know if it's a joke, but like there's like this IQ test thing that's going around Facebook, and I see like clips of it on other sites and stuff, and
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, I got an 89. I'm in like the 98 percentile," assuming that means what it like the opposite.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like no, you're like 98% of stupid people. You're not like 2% of better. Like no.
Yeah.
Like come on, and be like that's horrible. That's borderline dumb.
Yeah, 89.
And like
I
people are
like
like,
to
I
take
got
that.
a 78. Like you're, yeah.
You never know. I mean, I've taken some of those shits too. And
I hope it's a joke. Like it's set up to make it really low,
Yeah.
so that but they say it's really high, and they're like, here you can post it here, but the post makes you look dumb.
Yeah,
I
that
really
would be awesome.
yeah, I got a 40. That's the best you can. It's like Vision. It's like 2020.
actually 2010.
Is that the best human vision?
I think so because I don't
Yeah.
think it's possible to be 10-10.
Yeah, 2010 I think is.
Like your dominant eye can be 10, and then your off can be 20, and I think that's like perfect vision. I don't know, man. I'm bullshit. I don't know. I know there is 2010.
Yeah.
Silence.
Dude, let me see your glasses, dude. They're sick.
These are my cheap ass.
Where'd you get these, dude?
I don't know. Like
They look
2
sexy
months
as
ago.
fuck.
It's like Matrix glasses.
They're good glasses.
He's fucking putting his tongue out and moving it around like he's trying to eat fucking Wonder Woman's pussy in an invisible jet.
You ever hear that joke? So Superman's flying in the sky, right?
Yep.
And he looks down, and Superwoman is naked as fuck on like a bed out, like sunbathing, and she's just laying there, kind of like moving back and forth. Superman's like, I bet you I'm fast enough. I can fly down, nail her, and get the fuck out. So he flies down, and you just hear like, oh, and he flies the fuck off, and he's like giggling. And Wonder Woman's like, hey, Invisible Man, what the fuck was that? I don't know, something just hit me in the butt.
Yep.
Man, when we're talking about superheroes, we can get into like a big. You kind of roll off into a whole different discussion because inevitably it's always like who would win versus this person versus this person, whatever. Who's the Invisible Man? First of all,
That's like an old reference to like an old school,
Oh,
like,
just like
comic,
an old-ass-
like old school horror type thing.
I remember that. You guys remember Hollow Man with
Yeah,
Kevin Bacon?
It's a super creepy film where he like rapes women. Yeah, it's great.
Does he really?
Yeah, he like throws a girl down naked on a bed and just goes to town, but she can't see him. Like that movie is horrible.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like a convict or something? What happened to him or
No,
something?
he was a scientist.
Scientist, and he got drunk with power.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the one actually like perfecting the serum on like gorillas and crap.
Was that the one where he like wrapped himself up with bandages to be seen and then take them off? Or was that like the
No.
original Invisible
I think
Man?
that was
That's
the original.
one. That one, he actually takes like this pink latex crap and actually like builds.
Ah,
a
yes, I
face
remember that.
or whatever.
I remember that.
Super weird, super creepy. Fuck that shit.
Dude, Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. I'm not gonna say it
Okay.
because I don't want to incite violence against Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon's a decent, God-loving.
I enjoyed that show he had.
I just don't particularly like his acting in some things. But I couldn't do a better job, so
Like
fuck me. You know.
Footloose.
Footloose.
Footloose, kick off the Sunday shoes.
What? Oh yeah, you don't know anymore, do you?
Nobody knows the actual words to that song.
That's
other
Kenny
than-
Loggins. That's my boy, dude. And then Top Gun.
Can we talk about how, We talk about how ridiculous the name Kenny Loggins is.
Yeah.
What was we were watching? Oh, the new show that's out, Legends of Tomorrow, which is like half-ass rejects from Arrow and Flash all get to be like superheroes
How
together.
many
and it's
goddamn superhero shows do I not know
they're
about?
all tied together and they jump between episodes and it's fantastic. They have
Wow.
a world, but the movies aren't
I'm just
using
now
them.
catching up.
It's crazy.
But the DC film industry isn't using that Flash or that Arrow because instead of having an awesome Deadshot, they chose Will Smith and a cowboy hat to be Deadshot, and it's fucking stupid. And I refuse to see Suicide Squad. Refuse.
So Legends of Tomorrow.
Anyway, Legends of Tomorrow. So it's like Captain.
Typical Dylan.
It's Captain Cold, Captain Fire. I don't think his name's actually Captain Fire, but he has a fire gun and he's partners with the guy with the cold gun who's called Captain Cold. So he's Captain Fire. Captain Cold and Captain Fire Hawkeye and girl, Sarah.
Yep, sorry.
I know that sounds weird, but Sarah was like trained by the League of Assassins. She was killed. She was resurrected in the Lazarus pit. She has a ferocious for bloodlust, and she's a badass like assassin.
How the fuck is her name Sarah? Like, Captain Cold, Lieutenant fucking Fire, Commander, whatever.
I'm
Sarah.
sorry. Her name is actually White Canary.
White Canary.
Okay.
Because her sister is Black Canary.
I was like, and Frank.
and then Firestorm,
Which
is two people.
and Captain Adam.
It's like a young,
Bunch of captains.
It's like a young African American kid.
African American.
American. Fuck yeah. Okay. And an old like genius scientist, but they're like bound together. So like when they go to fight, they merge forms and they can essentially absorb a nuclear bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And they just shoot fire out of every limb and they fly around with fire and it's awesome. He's really cool.
Are you talking about Black Adam?
No. Isn't it Captain Adam?
Yeah, Captain Adam.
Yeah.
Like ATOM?
He's
Yeah.
Oh,
He
I was
is-
like the Black Adam, like ADAM. Adam.
no. Atom.
Atom. Like
Oh.
Adamant. Same difference.
He essentially he's the Iron Man of the DC universe. He
Basically,
he's a
Iron
billionaire.
Man and Ant-Man merged into Atom.
Okay.
Yes,
Pretty
'Cause-
much.
Yeah, because he can go really small. Like he in the last episode of League of Legends, he went into someone's bloodstream to break up fragments of metal that were like going through their body.
Dude, to be honest with you, when I was basically done after Avengers, the first one.
Really?
Like I saw like Ant-Man, I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
I loved Ant-Man. I
It
enjoyed
was
it.
actually pretty decent. It's better than I thought it was
And the
gonna be.
villain, I really like that actor who's the villain.
Yeah.
He was in The House of Cards. He's in The Strain. He's the main character in The Strain.
I was just like, man, there's too many superhero movies, dude.
That's why I'm sticking to DC.
Yeah.
Because that Superman movie was the greatest superhero film I've seen.
What, Batman vs Superman?
No, that's not
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. The first Superman.
Oh, Man of Steel.
Where he fucking kills Zod, like he's holding Zod's head, General
Seven
Zod's
Superman,
head.
but
Then he's like, nah, and he just snaps his neck, and it's the last person Superman kills.
Superman will kill people. It just
Well, everyone was
Depends.
pissed about that, but like, you're saying that Superman's never killed with his power, never accidentally fucking killed someone, like
Yeah, like,
or
when
like,
you're like-
or how about something crazy like that? Like he had to kill the last of his kind, other than himself, to save the human race that is his new home.
yeah.
Like that might stop you from killing people. That's a pretty dark moment, and Marvel doesn't give you that. Marvel gives you fucking in the middle of the final fight of Thor, fucking Dark World. Like, oh, we're fighting the final battle with the bad guy. Oh, he teleported me in a subway, and I have to take a sub train back to the battle. Fuck you, Marvel.
yeah.
I don't need a joke in the middle of the final fight. Like I'm fine with people jokes. Like I'm fine with jokes, but come on.
Yeah, but you can't have. You're right, man. They do that a lot. They it's like a happy-go-lucky type of shit. There's nothing on the line with them because they're always like, it's always like comic relief and Iron Man's fucking saying shit the whole time. You never sense that like urgency, like, hey man, this could be the end. Because Iron Man's quipping, you know, like making a drink and stuff. Like, yeah, we have a Hulk and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, he knows that. Like
He knows
he's gonna fuck you. You know what I mean?
See, the first Avengers I enjoy. I like the second one. I like Ultron, and I thought
I
they
haven't
did
seen that
okay.
one.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
because
better than the first.
It's
I like the first one.
it's
It's better than the first.
it's good.
I
enjoyed it.
I just was after that. I saw Avengers. Here's how much I like the first Avengers. I saw Avengers in theaters 3 times, and I was like, "Cool, dude. I really like it."
And then you saw
like,
Ant-Man, and you're like, I'm done.
I never saw Ant-Man either.
Oh.
I saw parts of it, but I was just like, because then after that, because Avengers broke a bunch of records, and they sold like a shitload of tickets.
Yeah, because you
then
saw
it
it
was
3
like,
fucking times.
and then it was just like. And then just like flooded with all kinds of crazy shit like Captain America, Winter Soldier, Thor, Dark World, fucking all. I'm like,
Let me.
dude,
Okay, first Thor is the best Thor.
yeah.
I'll just run down what movies you should watch and shouldn't watch.
I've seen the first Thor.
Second
Good.
Thor, Dark World, leave it alone. It's
Yeah.
garbage.
I saw it.
Like, how many times can Loki trick everybody? Like, I'm sick of
Yeah.
Loki.
Yeah, I
like, I
know.
know every girl's like, oh, he makes my pee-pee wet. But, like, I don't care. Like,
I agree.
I
The
hate
second
him.
one
I hate
was
Loki.
just
I hate Loki
ridiculous.
so much, yeah. Iron Man 1, 2, and 3 are all fine.
3, I saw 3. I think it was horrible.
Three is ridiculous, the final fight, but I really like Guy Pearce as a villain. I thought it was great.
Well,
and they did what I wanted a film to do.
What?
They make you think this guy is the villain. He's the
Oh,
bad
yeah.
guy. And he's not. It was amazing. I saw that. I was like, huh, holy crap. I
That
thought
is
it
cool.
was.
I thought it was ridiculous that Pepper
Final-
Potts gets the fucking powers and shit.
Right.
And I'm like, come on, dude.
So, one in,
Not that I don't like Gwyneth Paltrow, but like
the
just
second.
come on,
As
man.
far as Iron Man's go, it's 1, 3, and then 2, in my opinion. 2 is the worst. The final fight with Whiplash is literally 24 seconds.
It's true.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Which
The first Iron Man's the only one I liked.
It's great. Okay, so Captain America 2 is better than Captain America 1.
Is it? I didn't see it.
Winter Soldier is great.
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
It is amazing. In my opinion, it was the best Marvel film.
I agree.
Here's the other problem with that.
I know you don't like Cap.
I've grown to like him more. But
He's my dad's favorite character.
my other problem with that is like you make the Avengers, and at the end of the first Avengers, they're like, well, when we need them again, they will reassemble and come back and whatever. And then you're like, hey man, like
Guy Pearce is
Iron Man-
ruining the world.
Yeah.
Maybe I can help, guys.
like Thor, you come help me with this? Christ, come on.
I felt the same way, man. I did.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. That's how the comic books are.
Yeah,
like, there's
that's
Avengers comic books, and then there's, like, the solos.
Yeah, that's true. But like
Because
they're in a union and they have mandatory time off.
Right, right.
So like Tony Stark's on the beach with his supercomputer, like, dude, I can't fucking go back there, man. Like, if I don't take my time off now, they're not gonna give me my time off. You know what I mean?
Use it or lose it. I'm using it.
Right.
I
No,
got 2 weeks paid vacation.
I agree. What other ones are there? Ant-Man I actually enjoyed Ant-Man. It was silly, but I love when he beats up, what's that guy's name? The green fly suit guy.
Green
Yeah, the Bumblebee one, right?
No. The guy
Are
from
you talking
the
about
Captain America.
Falcon?
The Falcon. He Ant-Man just makes that guy look like an idiot. He's like, don't make me call. Who's he say? Don't make me call Tony. I don't want to tell him this guy stole it. Don't make me do it.
Yep.
The Falcon's cool. He's like Captain America's best friend, other than the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I think it's silly that I don't know. The government's going after superheroes because of Winter Soldier. I don't really understand the Civil War premise 100%.
The Civil War, they have to reveal their secret identity.
No, I know the comic. I'm talking about the trailers I've seen. It's like, they're coming after Winter Soldier, and Captain America's like, I can't let that happen, and then it starts like a war. And like, I don't, like, do the comic book. Let some stupid kid who doesn't know how to control his power blow up a city, and then the government goes like, no, we gotta get this shit regulated and in check.
Yeah, that seems fine. Why you gotta change it?
Maybe they do. Maybe they're just not showing everything, which would be fine. I would enjoy that. But
I really don't like the Hollywood tendency to like take shit that is deemed not suitable out of things, like stuff that's like darker or stuff that's like
watch DC. They don't.
yeah, I know that's good. Dylan's just staring at Mike. Watch DC, motherfucker.
It's because Mike is a Marvel bitch.
I'm a Tolkien dude.
I never. I'm a Tolkien.
I'm a Tolkien and Lucas guy.
No. That's new. What do you guys think about Force Awakens?
I really enjoyed it.
It was the worst piece of garbage. No, I loved it.
I liked it. It was just way
I
too-
knew everything about it before I saw it because it got ruined for me on a website,
Thanks, Dylan.
which I then ruined it for Mike because I wasn't going to be the only guy with his heart shattered.
No, correction. He walked in. Spoiler alert. He walked in out of the garage. It's like, it's ruined for me. It ruined for you. Turns his phone, and all I see is Han Solo with a lightsaber through him. Thanks, Dylan.
Well, dude, here's the thing. Like, honestly, there can't be any spoilers because it's good, but it's the same fucking movie as Episode 4.
It is the same movie.
So, like,
Is it? It's not as
Pretty
much.
much.
Listen, it's not as much as I thought. And let me explain to you why.
okay.
Okay? One, new villain, the First Order. Yes, they are like a knockdown. Like
So you stormtroopers and the Sith
yes,
Lord?
because they're a separation of the Empire, which they destroy. Spoilers. Is that how you do that? You say it and then you say spoilers?
Yep.
Or you
Yes.
say spoilers and then you say it?
Afterward.
You spoil it, and then you say spoil it.
Okay. So then it's really condescending.
Yep.
What?
That was just super loud.
Getting watered?
First, can't. You're the mic. You're the mic of this episode.
I don't know. There's
You're
probably
the
a lot
mic
of
of this
bumps in here
episode.
because I keep bumping the table.
But
It'll be
no.
fine. They don't care.
Okay, so
Makes it more real.
one, you have an opening on the desert planet where the First Order is fucking everything up. That's not what happened in the first one.
I don't think that it is opening there. Does it open there?
Yeah. It opens with that guy getting the ace pilot, getting the information from that old dude who was probably from the other ones. I can't
Oh,
remember.
it opens. No, it opens with them attacking them.
On the planet.
Yeah, and then him giving the information that they want to a droid, like Princess Leia does, to take it away.
Just listen. I understand that. What I'm
I
saying
expected
is,
you
it's
were my
not
only
on.
hope as he gave it to the fucking.
It's not on the ship though.
Yeah, but
They
still.
attack the desert planet. They don't come to the desert planet till after everything when Luke goes to leave.
But then, like the
Hold
whole,
on.
the-
Let me walk through this, will you?
Started in space. They crash land on there.
No, they don't. The guy is on that thing, and he's like
on the planet,
He
yeah.
lands on the planet and goes to talk to the old dude, and he's like, "Let me get that stuff." The old dude's like, "You're my only hope," and he gives it to him. He doesn't actually say that, but just listen, okay? You're instantly introduced to a villain who is so much more powerful than any villain in the Star Wars universe, and he's what Anakin Skywalker was supposed to be—a rage monster. When's the last time you saw a fucking Sith stop a bullet midair?
yeah, I know.
Awesome opening, okay?
I agree. I agree.
Hold on. Then you have a stormtrooper who betrays the order because it's not the fucking stormtroopers. They're not. They're the First Order. Yeah, they wear the same outfits because they're awesome, though. But they're
Yeah.
actually not clones. They're trained from children as slaves, essentially.
Yes.
Who betrays Brienne of Tarth. You guys didn't know that Brienne of Tarth is the giant silver stormtrooper from Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Okay.
Brienne of Tarth, who then leaves and escapes with the fucking rebel pilot, and they both go, and he does, like the robot goes, but he sends Finn to find it.
Yep.
He's like, you have to get this shit,
Yeah.
and they disappear. So you already have a storm. Okay, and there's only 3 types of planets in Star Wars universe: ice, sand, and jungle.
Coruscant
Yeah.
That's a city planet. It doesn't exist anymore.
There's a lava one too.
technically floats above the planet.
It's destroyed.
There's a lava one.
Coruscant was where the Empire's headquarters is after and they destroyed that entire galaxy.
What about
It's true. The lava one.
So it floated above. Hold on,
lava
hold on.
planet?
So
it's true. There's also the
that was a planet that was jungle that was turned into that way by the factories and stuff put on it.
But there was also the one from the game where the like rat ghouls
Oh,
and
from the
shit
game?
are. The poison one.
The one where it's probably not real or canon.
It is.
Disney
Well-
took all canon that we thought was canon and was canon and took it away.
What
Either
about
way,
the main
but
city?
I think
The main city where the Jedi Council is.
You mean the one from the first?
That's Coruscant.
It's
I'm
part
talking.
of the Jedi universe.
Oh, it's Coruscant, which is
think so.
destroyed, and you said it floats
That
up.
was in Coruscant.
yeah, it was. I think so. Where they're all like Mace Windu and all them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, they're on Coruscant. The Jedi Order was on Coruscant. Now it's not where the Jedi Temple was.
Yeah,
the Jedi Temple was on a
on
jungle planet.
Yeah.
And
But-
Coruscant, you said what? Floats above the planet?
No.
So what is the planet? You just said that 5 minutes ago.
It's the whole
I'm
the
trying
whole
to
planet.
think, I'm trying to think of the floating city. Fucking the one where
Oh, Cloud City?
Cloud City. Thank you. Not
It's
Coruscant.
not a planet though. That's just basically a spaceship.
It's above a cloud planet though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
what's on the planet?
I don't know.
No, so it's not a planet, it's gas.
Water world with the clones remain.
All right, I'll give you that. Water.
true.
I'll give you Waterworld.
So,
All right, so there's 4. Thank you.
but
4
that's
planets.
not really what I'm talking about when I say it was the same. I'm not talking about like just those are similarities too, like the Tannerus and the sand or whatever. But I'm saying like basically the half of the movie is they give the droid the information. They're both trying to track him down. They eventually get it, and then they use the information to try to accomplish a goal to destroy a Death Star or a bigger Death Star. And that happened in like episode fucking 6 too.
Kind of.
Like the other Death Star.
I'm just saying, like, the point A to point B is not as similar as I was told.
No, I mean, it's not.
Like,
I shouldn't say.
I
it's
was
exact-
essentially told Han Solo takes them off the planet, and that's not what happens. They escape the planet
Yeah.
in the Falcon by himself because Han has lost the Falcon.
I shouldn't say it's
And
exactly the same. It's just
That shit.
like the
in that-
main goal is fucking like it's the third time that they've had to destroy a big like circle thing that destroys planets.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I agree.
I agree.
it's a little bit like and don't give the thing to the. It would have been easier to not give the info to the droid and just like have it on him instead or something like that.
You mean when he was captured and taken away and tortured, it'd be better for him to have that information on him?
I'm just saying you
The
could
droid
write
is
it,
super fast and got away.
You could write it a different way to where you're not always giving droids
But
shit.
here's the thing, though.
You know what I mean?
Droids
It's
are
an
like
homage to the first movie.
the droids are
I love that look.
The droids are like a crucial part of the Star Wars universe.
I know that.
There's even droid assassins. And look at fucking Grievous, which was a tragedy on film,
Yeah.
but great in the fucking animated. My thing is like,
It was just too like okay. I'll put
As
it
much-
this way: if Episode 8 ends up with them starting on an ice planet, defending their base against like mechs, then I'm gonna be fucking furious. Okay.
see, I wasn't furious with Episode 7. I thought
I'm
it was
not.
the best
I
Star
said
Wars.
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was the best Star Wars film.
I said I enjoyed it. I feel like it was lazy though. With that, like I'm going this because here's what I think he did. He was like, all right, so I have the Star Wars franchise in my hands. The last person that tried to add something to Star Wars, fucking wrecked it, and it was a creator of Star Wars wrecked it, and people fucking hate him, and he's a pariah now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be a little safe with this and go back to the one that people like. And kind of make it a little bit similar to that, so that way I'm not taking too many risks.
You want to know how it's different? Han Solo
That he dies?
dies.
Yeah,
he just
I know.
finally,
From- hold on,
he
from
just
his
finally
son-
got
hold
what
on.
he wanted.
Where's the Darth Vader Luke Skywalker's lightsaber fight in Episode 4?
Where is
Oh
it?
no, wait! They just blow up the planet. The Death Star. The fight
Yeah.
in 7 is the best lightsaber fight in the entire saga.
It was a good fight.
Yeah.
It's true to the form, and it's
Sure.
not some choreographed dance like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. You can see the raw power of the villain of Cal Ren. You can see the Force awaken within Ren.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous and it's great, and the fact that Finn fought too.
Yeah.
And he did okay for a while. He wasn't like instantly destroyed because we're gonna have. Darth Vader is as powerful as Darth Vader can be in Episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not more powerful in 5. He's not more powerful in 6. Cal Ren is going to be exponentially more powerful as this trilogy
Yeah, he
goes.
just can't control himself yet.
He's one of the, in my opinion, he's the best villain. He's better than Vader, in my opinion, or the Emperor. And I'll tell you why. Because he's untrained, he's unpredictable, and he's a rage monster. And he is the pure essence of the Force. Vader was just like a dickhead. He wasn't like villain. He was a dickhead. And then at the end, he's like, "Fuck my boss," and he throws him down a fucking shaft. Like Cal Ren is going to be a villain from start to finish,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have pointy shit all over his head, which is great.
He's I would kind of argue the point of him being more powerful than anybody, like more powerful than Vader. I think that in his moments, he's more powerful than Vader.
Right.
So when he gets
Right.
angry, he is. Otherwise,
I will say that like
Something
Vader's like
uncontrolled.
more control.
from
Yeah, it's
it'd be
he's
kind of
very
cool to see a
uncontrolled.
Vader movie from Episode 3 to 4, because I assume he was a rage monster for a while and he was honed.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that our heroes and villains are going to grow. And it's whoever's going to become more powerful faster that's going to win the day. I like that idea.
Oh.
And I agree. There were a lot of similarities. But there was a lot of fucking pit stops, too, that were great.
Yeah.
There was major battle after major battle. That movie did not stand still very long.
That is very true.
And there was a lot of, like, downtime in Episode 4. Like,
One
train
of-
on the ship, Luke. Don't let the laser guy shoot you in the dick, Luke.
Good
Put the
training,
visor over
droid.
your eyes, but I
like
can't
that,
see,
though.
Luke.
I like
did.
that, though.
I did too.
I like the like lore. Not everything has to be a battle. You
but
know, like
I agree. It was
The little
nice.
scenes.
yeah.
But for an opening film of a trilogy, I think this was excellent because Ren had to learn on her own, and the fact that she was even able to like stand to Kylo Ren, who's been slightly trained, shows that she is clearly Luke or Leia's daughter. There's no way she's just this powerful on her own.
I felt like she became proficient way too quickly. It was like in a day.
I disagree.
She was like, all right.
It wasn't. First off, she's been kind of. You can see it growing. She has the vision on the planet where she sees what happens to Luke without even knowing Luke. That's like the start. She sees that
Yeah.
vision. And then when she's being tortured, she sees what he's doing and she mimics it to stop it. She's learning as she goes. And then she learns how to fight by honing into the Force, which is what every Jedi has ever done in a battle.
I'm saying if she keeps up her like learning
Arc.
curve that she's doing now, she's gonna be like fucking insane.
Yeah.
She'll be like way more powerful than Kylo Ren.
But what
In like the course of like
What-
a week, she can fight him.
what was Anakin? The chosen one. Incorrect. What was Luke? The chosen one. incorrect.
No, I think Anakin was. I think it was correct because I always said he'll bring balance to the Force. If you think about it, he
Wiping
did.
out all of the Jedi
Well, no,
and
because,
leaving only Sith is not balance.
Because-
He didn't know that people survived other than one.
No, I know, but I'm saying, just hear me out. So they're like, he'll bring balance to the Force. Well, at the time that they said that, there was a Jedi Council. They were training Jedi. They had Jedi all over the place. They only knew of like 2 Sith.
One problem.
Hold on.
Hold
Can
on.
I finish?
I guess.
You kept saying,
but I can
like-
throw a wrench in all of this right now. There can only ever be 2 Sith. There's no way to ever have balance then.
There
That's-
can't only ever be 2 Sith.
In
They
the
said-
entire episode 1 to 6, that's everything they talk about. There's only ever 2 Sith.
No.
Yes, in the old video games and in the old lore, there were millions of Sith.
That's not what they say. They say if there's one, then there's another. So if there's an apprentice,
There's always a
there's
master and an apprentice, is what they say. There's only ever a master and
They
an
never
apprentice.
say there's only 2 though.
That's how I
They
took all
say
of
that
it.
if there's one, then there's another. When it
All
says
I-
only 2, they said at least 2.
that's how I've always taken it and how
So
most.
all I was going to say is I think that he did bring balance because he's like there's 100 Jedi, 2 Sith, and then wiped out all the Jedi's. There's 2 left, and then made the Sith Empire. So there's not like actually more Sith like you're saying,
Right.
But it's kind of still evil and good balance. So
I will agree with that. But it's not the hero he was supposed to be.
yeah,
I will
exactly,
agree with you.
Exactly, you're right.
But there was way more than 2 Jedi, I guess, left over.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if
Made it more balanced, though.
you saw the animated stuff, right? Not Rebels, but
No, not really. Clone
think
Wars.
some of it.
Anakin has an apprentice, and it's a Twi'lek,
Yeah.
and she's cool as shit. I can't think of her name, but the fucking
yeah.
Jedi Order accuses her of murder because she was framed, and then they're like, "Oh, sorry, you were framed. It's cool now." And she's like, "No, go fuck yourself. I'm not part of the Jedi Order anymore," and she leaves. And then she's in the Rebels cartoon. She comes back in Rebels. But like you said, that's nicky picky shit. But yeah, you're right. Yoda and Obi are the only 2 left. So I'll give it to you. 100%. 2v2. Because obviously there's other Sith Force users around.
Yeah, just not probably.
And there's going to be
Yeah.
other Jedi Force users around. But it definitely fucking goes from this to this. From
Which
like
the thing
tilted,
the thing that you're making is tilted up.
tilt it to the Jedi side, and then it balances way more. Hey!
Yeah.
Another thing just made me think of it a second ago was somebody during a Q&A asked Mark Hamill. It's like, so what did you do? Did you think when you got the script and realized you had no lines? Which he instantly responded, "I'm speechless."
Nice. That was cool. That was a really cool ending for her to find him, and he was like, he got his like old man beard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I will agree.
Ben
Though.
look going.
Essentially, in the new one, in 7, Han is Obi-Wan, and Luke is Yoda. I will give you that.
Yeah.
But I just enjoyed it.
I did
I don't
too.
know if
I
it's
liked it.
Like I sat there like a child seeing
Yeah.
like Christmas for the first time when you can truly understand Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I get all this shit.
I did too, but I think it was like, I think a lot of people went into it like I did. I was like, this is either going to be like good or it's going to be fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like there was a potential for that to be really fucking bad.
There was the
Because
potential on
people
that
that
one.
like Star Wars are pretty particular about their
They
Star
are
Wars shit.
nitpicky as hell. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Well, I mean,
No,
generally
oh,
speaking,
no, I know.
people that are into Star
I don't think we are though.
Wars. Yeah, well,
You are.
maybe it could be described as.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I hated 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah,
but I've watched them again.
Yeah.
I keep watching them, trying to make it like, no, this is good.
I know.
And I can't.
You're like, it's
I
like,
can't do it.
You try to go back and watch it. You're kind of like an abused person. You're like, no, it's not that bad. It's just this one.
It'll
part.
be better this time.
Yeah.
It'll be better.
And
It
then you
won't
watch
ruin
it,
it
and
again.
you're like, it's kind of my fault that I didn't like it because I wasn't like, And
You
you're
know,
like, nope. And you watch it, you're like, nope.
The first time I watched it, we were like, what, 14, 15? Like 15?
Something like that.
And I loved them in theater.
Well, that's because you're.
but
that
then as I
age,
got
you know.
older and I really watched them and really like understood film, I was like, ugh.
Like the Red Letter Media Mr. Plinkett review,
Yeah.
where he's talking about he brings that up, where he's like saying these movies are horrible, and then he brings up like, well, some people say, well, these movies are for kids, they're not for adults. So you're reading too far into him. And then he's like, oh, really? And then he plays the scene of, like, Anakin, like, getting his legs chopped off and being set on fire. And then Anakin murdering children.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, really? This is for, like, 12-year-olds? Okay.
And they show the Senate scene.
Yeah.
Where the Parliament will move to order of the Second Amendment of the Third Right. Like, this is for kids?
Yeah.
Yep.
Please grant the Chancellor extreme power in an emergency, whatever. And there's, like, the picture of, like, two kids in front of it just, like, staring, like, what is happening?
Although I do have a newfound respect for Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, the Sith rumors.
Yep. I so agree.
You haven't heard this stuff?
No.
Rewatch episode 1 and watch Jar Jar. He's a Sith Lord.
Yep.
And that's what was going to happen. He was going to be the grand betrayer of Obi-Wan.
No way.
It
Look
makes
at his
perfect
eyes.
sense.
They're fucking Sith eyes. And there's countless scenes. Okay, so all these people are running all these animals are running through the forest from this tank, and Jar Jar's just standing there, waiting for Obi-Wan because he knows he's coming. 1, 2, he's constantly with the Emperor, always with the Emperor, and he's always whispering.
I'm wondering though if this is something that George Lucas designed, or is it something after the fact?
The actor who played Jar Jar, like in the black dude, that like he said, like when all these things started coming out, he's like, it's really nice when people realize what was supposed to happen.
Really?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
actually
And
planned
Lucas-
it. They should have.
Lucas made constant changes because of how many people hated Episode 1. He made grand changes to what would the should.
Well, that would have been pretty cool because nobody
It
saw
would've.
that coming at all.
No, this stupid creature. He was supposed to be the Yoda equivalent of the Sith.
Yeah. I mean, he convinces, Padme into doing all the crap that she does. I mean, he was literally behind the scenes and everything that takes place.
And it becomes like a senator later on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were saying that he was actually the Emperor's master.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That would be a good way to do it, though. Just make yourself look like an idiot.
Like, even no matter how bad the first film would be, if that would have happened in 2 or 3, essentially what happened was that's why Dooku comes out of nowhere. He's not even like mentioned in the first movie, and then all of a sudden he's a bad guy in the second.
Yeah.
Like, what? Who did this guy come from? Because it was supposed to be Jar Jar Binks.
Yep. I mean, when they went to the Jungan City, you can see him making sleight of hand moves when he's sitting there talking to the people during the droid battle scene. How does he magically dodge everything, do a triple backflip somersault into the water?
They talk about like the only people who can have the type of acrobatics are Jedi or Sith, and he does like a 40-foot flip into the water. Like that's
I always just said that as him being
right, and that's how we were supposed to take it because he's like a fishy frog-like creature. Which he probably does have a better jump naturally, but that's why he goes like 40 feet.
Yeah.
There's a scene where they're sitting and they all jump down, and like I can't try to remember, like something happens with Jar Jar and it doesn't make sense how he got where he was so quickly.
Oh yeah, the bridge, like when they're all jumping off the bridge during the Naboo fighting scene or whatever, he suddenly like transports.
That's crazy, dude. That's a weird.
Like it's way too damn.
Somebody should make a fan thing of that.
There are.
Yeah,
There's like an hour-long thing about how Jar Jar is a Sith.
Yeah. Oh. And I totally believe it. I don't doubt it. But then they made him into a bumbling idiot.
Right.
Thanks.
It would have been
Lucas.
great, man. It would have been great.
It would have been great.
It would have saved the trilogy, and I assume Lucas hates himself for that.
I'm sure he does. He really should have just stuck with it.
Like, he's like, I changed it because everyone hated Jar Jar. That's perfect.
Perfect. That's what you were aiming for, wasn't it?
Well, they hated him for the wrong reason, though.
Yeah.
He wanted everyone to love Jar Jar. That way, when he became the betrayer, it would have
hate
been more
him that
powerful.
much
But
more.
still, just go with it, man.
Yeah, just go with it. Can't question yourself after that far into it. You just got to do it. Which I do have to say, I'm looking forward to Rogue One.
I might be.
Might be.
We'll see. I mean, what's it going to be about?
It's what makes me wonder, really. I really wonder what
I'd
Rogue
rather
One's
see
about.
I'm more interested to see the young Han movie.
Yeah, that would be good.
Although I believe casting is going to be everything with that.
Yeah, it's going to be... I think people are going to be real picky about...
Well, I mean, there's already an animated, like, Han Solo meeting Chewbacca.
True.
The first time.
True.
Well, where are we at?
It's kind of funny that
It's a little-
in the books, Han's kids get Chewie killed.
Yeah.
And in the movies, Han's kid kills Han.
It's true.
Yeah, I guess they would probably.
Because Han is furious when Chewie dies.
Yeah.
Because they've been lifelong friends. I'm talking like 4 years old type shit.
That is actually what caused him and Leia to separate for a while. It's because of Chewie's death, because Han took it so bad.
Yeah, and in this one, they just like, Han's like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, you gotta come up with something better.
Yeah, a little bit. Like Han and Leia, there's like that supposed to be that tension there, and you're like, I don't really remember them ever saying like why they just didn't work out or something.
Can we talk about?
Well, actually, they
no,
did. It was because he left.
It's because the sun. That's
Oh,
Like the sun went dark and they didn't know how to handle it, and he just left to do the only thing he knows how to do.
yeah.
Which I thought it was a great, powerful scene when that happened.
Well, when she was like, "Bring back our son," I was like, "He's gonna die. He's dead."
Well, I
And
didn't
like,
do
there
that,
was-
so I was like, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Well, there was foreshadowing too, like even like 30 seconds before, because on the bridge, and they're talking, like close, face to face, and then he's like, "I don't know if I can do what I needs to be done," and then like red light goes over his face. I'm like, "Oh, run! It's gonna happen!" And then I was like, "Oh shit!"
Down already.
Yeah, but like there was just that red light. I was like, "Oh, here it comes."
Yep.
It's great, man. It's great.
It was good.
I enjoyed it, man.
I mean,
really
yeah, I
did.
liked it, but
what was can we talk about the most overrated character in all of the Star Wars trilogy?
hold on, let me guess. In the whole trilogy,
All of them.
no, all of the Star Wars.
They-
Most Boba Fett?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody loves Boba Fett because he's cool looking, he has cool gadgets,
He has
but he doesn't do
five.
anything.
He has 5 lines.
Yeah, he
they have
doesn't do
3
anything.
movies, and one of them is ah!
A good old Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. Sarlacc pit.
Yep. Which, what was that thing where you were the one telling me about the side thing about Boba Fett where he actually makes it out of the Sarlacc pit?
No, there was Patton Oswalt. He has like
Oh,
a
he
bit of
makes
how
it
like
out, and
episode
then he-
7. He's like it starts with Boba Fett's hand reaching up and grabbing the sand as he pulls himself out.
Mm-hmm.
So he was talking about them being owned by Star Wars. He's like, and then Deadpool shows up and they
Owned by Disney.
Owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So like, he goes through this whole like he essentially preaches, which you know where that actually originated from?
The show. whatever
Parks and
show.
Rec.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like filibustering, so he just starts reading this movie concept for episode 7.
Yeah, if you
It's-
guys want to hear the whole thing, just look up Patton Oswalt filibuster Star Wars, and it's great. He's like at a podium, and he brings in like Thanos, and
Yeah.
like all like the gems of like whatever
The Infinity Stones.
Yeah, all that stuff, and like Thanos and Star Wars meshed together. And all that
So
stuff.
Interesting.
if Disney ends up buying DC one day, will we be able to merge the universes?
Yeah, if they choose, yeah.
I'm sure they would, but I don't think they'd be able to do that, man.
The thing that drives me nuts is that they still don't own all of frickin' Marvel, and it just bugs the crap out of me.
They don't. Well, the deal they had to make to get Spider-Man back was insane from
ridiculous.
Fox. They paid a lot of money just to get Spider-Man back. They don't own the Punisher.
They don't even fully own the Spider-Man.
No.
They rented him.
They're able to use him in specific films.
Yes, they literally rented Spider-Man. They still don't even own him.
Well, you kind of bumped me out. I know people didn't like that second Andrew Garfield Spider-Man a lot. I love Jamie Foxx in it. I thought
Yeah.
he was great. I enjoyed it. They did.
Jamie Foxx is a good actor, dude.
Oh yeah, he's actually really good. My thing with it is, and here's why: you have the first 3 Spider-Man. All right, they do Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Ock, Doc Ock,
Which
Venom,
I liked him. I like Doc Ock a lot.
Yeah, Venom, and
Sandman.
Cosmetic.
Sandman. Yeah, Venom's one of my all-time favorite Marvel
I know,
villains.
and that was
and
just like...
they didn't do him. Wasn't Tobey Maguire. I liked Tobey Maguire for the version of that they did, because one of them is he's like a nerdy little like nobody,
Right.
And he hates Peter Parker. Or he hate,
No,
think they're
Tobey
really
Maguire
good.
was Peter Parker. You're talking about.
no, I'm sorry.
What's his name from
The guy who
Rock
played-
or the
From 70s show.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy who played Venom.
Topher
yeah.
Grace.
Topher Grace.
Yes.
Tobey Maguire, Topher Grace.
Same,
and
yeah.
I
I
thought he
liked
was
him
good.
too.
I thought he did a fine job.
I thought he did good too. He
He's
was like
not
a
my
s-
favorite Brock, but...
He was like
Right.
a snide, like attitude,
Yeah.
kind of
And
asshole.
he hates Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And then he finds out Peter Parker's Spider-Man, and the symbiote takes him over.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I enjoyed that. But it just didn't look good, and they could have done so much more with Venom.
Yeah.
You know, the
And they-
shittiest part in those movies is when Peter Parker. My watch is off. When Peter Parker is taken over by the Venom thing, and then he like goes and he's like fucking dancing and shit in the
the emo stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, where he
It
has
was
like, the black hair
horrible.
and whatever, and he's like,
That
yeah,
was horrible.
I'm a bad guy because I'm dancing because I got a symbiote or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you should be murdering people. Like that symbiote makes you dance.
Yeah.
Well,
Dance with
Yeah,
other women
That's-
he didn't turn
that's-
evil. He turned
well
freaking emo.
here's my
Yeah.
thought on why that happened.
because he's so good to begin with.
He's such a weird, nerdy kid.
Yeah.
That's his vision of bad. Combined
That's true.
with
That
combined
could be-
with the fact that he does have such a pure heart.
You're right.
That he's battling it, but it was still stupid as shit.
It was dumb.
I'll
But
give it
you have
to
a
you.
good point, though.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
He has a good point, but it was done clumsily. I feel like, but you
Just
do have
like
a good
Venom.
point where he's so good and he's so nerdy and whatever that was like the worst that he could think of. Where Eddie Brock is like a fucking dick to begin with, so just amplifies like crazy, you know.
Well, and think about this. Think about this real quick. So with all those great villains used, even if they weren't used right, where's Andrew Garfield? Like Spider-Man's gonna, they're just gonna redo that?
Yeah.
No, I'm
That
glad they
made me
chose
mad.
to use villains that were never used before. I like that. I thought it was good.
I agree.
And Andrew Garfield went and was like, "Hey, I want to be in the Avengers movie as Spider-Man. Let's keep this going."
Yeah.
But they wanted to go with someone younger.
Yeah, no.
And that's why he's not going to be in it, which I hate too.
That
Stop
really made-
changing people.
Yeah.
Use the people from this TV show. Both Steve Amell, and I can't think of the guy who plays Barry Allen's name right now. Both of them wanted to do the movies.
Yeah,
They said, go fuck yourself.
Exactly. They're separate universes now, essentially parallel universes.
that's what's so hard about all that because there's so many comic books. You know, have been around a while and they've had time to generate a lot of villains and you know comic book characters and stuff, and so it's just so mishmashed up. You know, everybody's using this person's this or whatever. There's 3 Spider-Mans. There's whatever.
Which is
you know.
nice with the new Marvel thing that they have like everyone unlocked for X amount of films. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Obviously, they couldn't keep Eddie Norton, but Mark Ruffalo is great.
He does a good job. He's doing a real good job.
Eddie Norton is too much of a badass, like you were saying, to be Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
So
He is.
I love the way they did the Hulk too, where like even as the Hulk, it looks like Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, right. And it's just like same hair and all this stuff.
He actually does the actual, motion capture for the Hulk.
So it's still his like body
Oh,
movements
really?
and stuff. Yeah. Which in the new Avengers, Age of Ultron, you get to see the Hulkbuster suit.
Oh, really?
Which Iron Man builds this giant Hulkbuster suit to like keep the Hulk in
Yeah.
check if he rages out.
AKA Veronica.
That's cool.
And it's
I
like
should
it's on a
probably
satellite.
watch that.
Him and Mark Ruffalo built it. It's on a satellite, so Tony Stark can be like, "Boop," and it just launches down over his suit
Yeah.
from anywhere in the world because it's on like a satellite.
That is actually probably one of my favorite fights. in
Oh,
that
Hulkbuster
movie.
versus Hulk.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's freaking brutal.
I haven't seen it, so
they kill like 180 people. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, like Iron Man dies. Whatever.
Yeah.
Have you?
Tony Stark makes a rape joke, and all the women in the world hate him. Like hate Marvel now.
Oh, really?
Because he talks about prima nocta. Because he's
Oh,
talking about
yeah.
like if I was like king of the like he was talking about like if I was Thor. Because there's a scene where Thor sets his hammer down. He's like only the most righteous can pick it up. So everyone's like trying to pick it up, and no one can. He
I really
gets his Hulk
enjoyed that
glove.
scene,
He gets
too.
like his Hulk glove, and he's like, or not Hulk. He gets his Iron Man glove, and he's like,
Even gets War Machine freaking to help him. He just can't do it.
But that's Tony Stark, though. Tony Stark is a fucking dick,
right. Well, and
and he makes jokes
well,
about.
I want you to see it, so I'm not going to tell you anymore.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they were pissed about the Hulk and Black Widow, some shit. You'll see.
Yeah.
Which Mark Ruffalo had the greatest response to that, but.
According to the comics, out of everyone in the Avengers, the only other person in the actual Avenger team itself that ever used Thor's hammer is Captain America. According to the comic books, Captain America actually uses Thor's hammer, and because I read a whole list of the people that have actually used Thor's hammer in the comic books, which is actually a pretty big list. And Thanos is actually one of them, and he does it off of brute strength.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right, because usually only,
Yeah,
It's like
only
nope.
one.
Fuck you. I'm picking it up.
It's like only the most righteous can hold the.
Yeah, only the most righteous. So there's a list of the ones that did it righteously, which Captain America is. Those that did it physically,
Just like the badass motherfucker.
pretty much.
With because you have all like the Infinity Gems and shit. Like you're gonna pick that up. Let's be honest.
You can do anything. That's still one of my favorite comics. Is the Infinity Wars.
When
Welcome to
everyone
the
dies.
welcome to the
Everyone
superhero podcast. By the way,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got our
Apparently we
rant.
just went on a rant, and then we had like a breather, And then we talked about Star Wars, and then back to superheroes.
Back to superheroes.
Oh, I just keep looking at my coffee
alright.
cup.
It's true.
There's a coffee cup in front of him with with Batman.
It has
Superman.
Aquaman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman,
The Justice
Superman,
League.
Batman, and was it the Joker on the far side?
No, it's
Flash
Flash.
and Cyborg. Flash and Cyborg.
Yep. It's the Justice League.
Yeah, the Joker's on the other one.
Yeah.
I got that from Six Flags because apparently Six Flags owns or is somehow
They have the
They're like
contract?
affiliated with them.
Yeah,
Remember
they're
the Batman, Mr. Freeze, and all that shit?
right.
Yeah. Speaking of which, have you seen the new Batman ride?
No.
Like, it freaking looks insane. It's like all curvily cued, like up and down, and whatever. But the whole time you're spinning, it's like the zip. But
Dude,
it's like
that's
it's like a
way
super
Nope.
zipper.
No, thank you.
I think it looks amazing.
Really.
Dude, I'll throw up, man. There's no way.
Same way with the Superman,
I
not
like
our
the regular
Superman.
shit. What's wrong with the regular shit? Like the boss? Like, go up and down.
Nope, that's scarier than any other ride.
I like
because
it.
that wood sounds like it's about to snap at any moment in
Feel
time.
the freaking wood sway.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
I like it.
Give me
There's the
metal
old
any
Screaming
day.
Eagle. You feel it jump the track?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, you
I
know.
just shat myself.
Me-
Remember the Screaming Eagle? It just basically goes up and down and a little bit to the side. But the one that we go to is old as shit. So like you get on it and it's not the ride that scares you. It's like the maintenance crew. Like I'm taking my life in my hands on this.
Yeah.
roller coaster.
Have you seen the practical joke that they were doing at this theme park? It was one of those things where it's like the bungee cord where it launches you like a mile into the air.
Oh yeah.
And what they would do is the guy would throw up a giant nut, and it would hit right in front of the person before they went up, and they would look down and be like, "What the?" And then just get launched. So you think like the thing's falling apart,
like a
like a giant boat. So you think that it's like falling apart, and the guy just walks over and picks it up.
God.
Like
That's
you see,
awesome.
they go down. The dude's face is like. He just gets launched in the air. He like
He's
just
gonna
shrieks.
die.
He looked like the ghost from like Scream. Like,
Oh my god. That's awesome.
but no, there was something I was going to say. Oh, me and T Dog. I'll refer to him as T Dog.
Okay.
We rode the Ninja
Oh god.
5
Ninja.
times in a row,
Oh, jeez.
like
And
without
then-
getting off,
That's-
because it was
horrible,
raining.
dude.
It was raining, and we were
That's
like
the best
14.
time.
Yeah, it was like
There's something wrong with you, man.
it was raining. It was
That
raining.
explains everything. He now has mental problems from writing this.
No, I don't. No, stop. Shh, quiet. They can hear you. So it was raining, and the guy's like, "You guys want to go again?" And we're like, "Let's do it." And we just kept going because there was no one else in line. If it's raining, go to Six Flags.
That's
It's
best time.
great.
We should go to Six Flags, man.
Nope.
Like when Mike does, later
Sounds good to
on.
me.
Nope.
Nope.
I went there not a couple years ago, man. I just don't enjoy roller coasters anymore. All I do is go there and disappoint my wife because she wants to ride everything. I'm like, I don't really want to do
I
that.
just don't want to wait in line, so I'll go on a weekday.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. I hate waiting in the lines. But back to what I was going to say, that there's another Superman ride, not our stupid fucking Superman ride, but there's another Superman ride. I think it's in Orlando or one of them. But you actually lay down flat like fucking Superman and like literally like fly like Superman.
Nope.
That's pretty cool.
Nope.
It's pretty cool because you lay on your back, so you're actually strapped in the front, and you're actually like they flip you, so you're actually
Oh.
seeing down like as
You're strapped in on your back, and you're like,
Yeah,
you're like
and-
suspended in the air, so you can. It's
yeah,
just
well,
like
it
nothing but
turns
air.
you. Yeah, and it turns you
Holy
over, so you're
crap.
straight like Superman. Fucking.
Dude,
and
that would be fun.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, until
I
it
bet a lot of
breaks.
people-
And you just go launched in the air, and then you get to be Superman until you hit the ground.
Man, I bet a lot of people will pass out on that damn.
Probably.
Just looking down at the ground, like, oh my god.
Is it like one person at a time?
Dude, it's like it's two side by side, and I think there's like 3 long or something like that. So it's actually very
I want to be in front if I ever did that.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You guys ever watch the like NASA and like Air Force training and shit, where they do like the centrifuge, where the dudes pass out?
Yeah.
I've
Were they-
always wanted to do that.
I like the vomit comet.
Vomit.
What that is.
They fly. They take the astronauts in training. They put them in a plane, and they fly up.
Oh,
and then they just
weightlessness?
drop down. And like while you're dropping,
Yeah.
it goes weightless.
Yeah.
People apparently puke all the time, and then
believe
there's
it.
just puke floating in the air because.
and then until you go up again,
and then
it's like,
it's-
what? Well, it's because whenever you at the very top and then they go down for the anti-gravity, when you go down that hard, you're probably everything in your stomach like raises up.
Right.
Like,
Well, think of the sick feeling you get on a roller coaster times 100.
yeah. I was watching. Man, I can't remember. Oh, his name's Commander Mark Hadfield. I can't remember. I can't believe I remember that.
That's a
He's
hell of
in
a
the-
name.
He's in the Canadian Space Agency. I'm not sure if that's the official name, but it's like NASA for Canada. And he does tons of videos. They're all on YouTube, so you guys can check him out or whatever. But he just does crazy videos. He's at the space station. He's an astronaut.
Right.
So like the International Space Station, he goes up there and then he just does a bunch of videos. Like he's like, oh, here's how you brush your teeth in space.
Oh, yeah,
and then he
actually
takes like a
seen
little
that.
bag of water. It's like a little straw. Then he squeezes it, and then at the end, it's almost like if you were to like blow bubble gum or whatever. So like a little bubble comes out, but it stays there. And then he like takes the water away. And it's just like a floating bubble of water. And like takes the brush, puts it on there, and it collects and does this whole thing. And it's crazy because you can tell it's like he's at the space station and it's HD video. And when he's done with the bag, he just kind of like releases it and it just like floats away. Everything's floating. There's just like little water things floating around or whatever. It's really cool to watch.
I like the one where
him
he
do
makes the burrito.
Yes.
They're just like
You've
like,
seen it.
has it sitting there spinning in the
Yeah,
air,
you've
sitting there
seen it.
wipe shit on it, just leaves it, fucking goes, gets other shit, just like throwing it and catching it on the burrito and eating it.
that. Yeah,
fucking
they
amazing.
do that with Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Like a gal from a girl from nice hitting your e-cig on the table,
I don't smoke
looking like
e-cig.
guilty. So Mythbusters, Adam and Jamie are talking to him while he's on the space station through a laptop, and then somebody that's on their staff is like, "Oh, let's make a burrito." Like a professional cook, right? Is making like, let's make a burrito with space food, like freeze dried beans and whatever. And so she cooks up a recipe, and then he makes it, like Mike was saying, on the space station. He's got like little packages and stuff. So he takes the tortilla, puts it in front of him, puts some beans on it or whatever, and then it's weird because he stops holding the tortilla, and it goes upside down, and nothing comes out. It's just crazy.
Weird.
See what would be cool?
Definitely weird.
Here's what I want to see. Put like the tortilla and like the meat, the lettuce, the cheese, the sauces, and then you just go.
Just put it out in front of you like a row, and then just like
Yeah, just use your hand and scoop it all up. Burrito.
Right. Nah.
That sounds
But
really
he's-
cool, man. NASA is the North American Space Association. Is that right?
Yes. I think
National Aeronautical and Space something, right?
Association.
I think so.
A's the only association is the only thing I think of. I'm trying to remember. I feel stupid for not like.
I know. I feel dumb for not remembering either. But what the other part I was going to say is Chris Hadfield. Did I say Mark earlier? I think it's Chris. Chris Hadfield. He was doing an interview and they were talking about how like when you come down, how is it when you come down? He's like, oh, are you happy to be home or whatever? He said it is excruciatingly painful because if you're up there for 6 months,
Yeah.
your muscles don't have to deal with gravity because there's no gravity. So like you don't even think about it, but when you're walking, your legs are supporting your stomach and your abs are supporting. Make sure you don't fall over and all this stuff. So when you come down, he said you've lost muscle mass because you don't have to work. And he said you can even lose if you don't exercise. You can lose like bone
That's what I was
density
saying.
and
You
stuff.
lose calcium and everything.
Yeah, all that stuff. So like when you come down, he said first of all, it feels like you have hundreds of pounds on your back because it's just all your weak ass
Actually,
muscles.
do now.
Yeah, and he said that the calluses on your feet are gone because you're not.
Yeah,
you're
not
floating.
walking.
You're not walking, but he said you get them on top of your feet because when you're floating through the air and you need to go, say like over to a station, you like use your foot and like hook it underneath like the little, stool or part of the bottom of the table or whatever, and then like bring yourself over there. So like you have callus on the top of your feet, and he said that your equilibrium is all fucked up too. So like you feel like you're gonna vomit because your ears are like, wait a minute, your ears keep you balanced and stable.
Yeah.
So like we haven't had to do this
For
for 6 months.
Time.
So he's like, I'm glad to be home, but he's like, I basically get rushed to like wherever and just like chill, and go to the hospital or whatever, have them.
Jesus,
do all
man,
that stuff. It's pretty crazy, man. He said that.
It makes me feel like a bitch.
Yeah. He said that they have like treadmills and stuff on the space station for that, just to kind of limit that from happening. But he said it's still gonna happen no matter what.
Can we like fake gravity in a room up there, like
Yeah, you'd think so. That'd be
like where you sleep
they
and
might
stuff like
and
that?
they may do that. They
Yeah,
may-
like maybe
something
something-
like that where they're working out.
So they can go in there, work out, keep the gravity on them, like.
Yeah,
There are
but
ways to
but
make it
still,
spin.
but still, man. Even if you have to be in there all the time to keep up your muscle.
Well, I'm saying like if you went in there, like if you worked out there, you worked out in there, and you slept in there.
I don't know. Spinning won't even technically work.
I'm just saying there has to be a way where you can like fake gravity. If we can fake not gravity, why can't we fake gravity? Like, is that something? I mean, I'm saying maybe it's in the works.
Yeah, maybe.
But like if they slept in there, they worked out in there, they ate in there,
Yeah.
and they only worked out there, it would greatly reduce.
I don't know why I never thought of that before. I always just thought if you spin it, you'll create gravity. But not true. The metal would be spinning, but you're still going to be floating in zero gravity while everything's spinning around you.
Yeah.
It would not technically create gravity.
He said that the weirdest feeling is when you're in the space station, you're looking at the window, you can see the Earth.
And it's
But
flat,
he
right?
said it looks like, yeah, totally. He said it looks kind of like a picture though, or something, or like
It's because it is.
you don't really think it's real until you step outside the space station and you're in your suit. And he's like, you're literally in space. Look below you, it's just black. Look above you, just black. To left and right, it's just black. And then you just this little, I mean it's big, but ball of blue.
Can you imagine just the
And he's like, just below you. Like, think about below you, like the Superman ride that you were talking about earlier. Think about that shit, but instead of looking below you and seeing sidewalks, you see nothing. You're like, I can fall from this point into an infinite,
nothing.
just infinite fall. I'll never stop falling because there's nothing beneath me.
That'd be such a weird feeling.
Like, I would
not
lose
falling.
my fucking mind, dude. I have, like,
Dude, that would be weird. It would really fucking.
you have anxiety issues. You're like,
Yeah.
oh. Like, what does it do to you when you come home and somebody, like, cuts you off in traffic? You're like, is this a big deal? I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Like, you get
My
a
scope
bill.
of reality is like,
You're like, I got a
Fuck?
yeah. You're like, I got a promotion. Like, it's nothing matters at all. Like everything that matters in your life now,
Yeah.
doesn't fucking matter. Once you're like away from the earth, everything that happens on the earth,
It definitely
like, it's
gives
so
you-
crazy, isn't it?
Definitely be a sense of clarity.
Yeah.
so there was a theory about the flat Earth joke, like a joke. They were like, it was 100%.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last podcast.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Not. We talked about it a little bit, like the B.O.B.
Yeah,
dude
but then
or
we
whatever.
cut all of it out.
Yep.
Oh well.
But
Go ahead.
the radio they were joking about, like, it's flat, and on the other side, it's just a world of zombies, and that's where you go and you're buried in the dirt. You crawl out on the other side as a zombie. You guys are
Okay.
getting loose in your mind.
That's so crazy.
Like, and that's why they come over here occasionally, because they like come back. Like, so like everyone's just over there. It wouldn't be popular. Like, you keep decaying until eventually you can't move anymore, and you just become dirt again. Like, what the fuck? Why are you guys putting so much in-depth theory into this?
Wow.
Yeah, man. We should wrap this up. We're gonna go through a bunch of material that
Yeah, especially since Thudson's going to be here in 17 minutes, and we're probably not even going to play.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll play Small World. Just a round of Small World.
Yeah, maybe.
If you guys are up for it. By the way,
Kinda
Small
hungry.
World, great fucking game.
Kinda
Yeah. All right, boys and girls, thank you. This has been /shout, which I don't even think I said earlier in the beginning.
No.
But fuck it, who cares? That's what we are. And I am Dylan, signing out.
I am Mike.
I'm Tommy.
You guys aren't signing out? You guys are going to stay?
I'm signing off.
I like it.
You're signing out. I'm
Signing
off.
out. Yeah, I'm
Mike, what are you signing
My name.
away?
80. Hold on, guys. I got to open my phone.
Dude, we just like set up.
All right.
We set it up for like signing off, out and away, whatever. And then Dylan's like, all right, hold on.
Dylan,
Up
signing
and
out.
away.
No, it's fucking done.
Fine, whatever.
Fucking ruined.
Good night.